come on, the Queen of Wands. Some of you, let's talk about confidence. For some of you, somebody tried to knock your confidence. Okay, because the Queen of Wands is out here and she's probably the most confident card in the deck. Okay, the Queen of Wands, she knows who she is. For some of you, this is why you had to walk away. You're gonna have to walk away from people who trying to knock you down and make you feel unworthy. This is the most one of the most worthy cards in the deck, y'all, because the Queen of Wands, and male or female, not gender specific, the Queen of Wands knows who she is. And so some of you, this is what you're leaving behind. You're going to release this and you're going to step into this confidence. And there's a difference. So let me be very clear. There's a difference between being cocky, narcissistic, arrogant, and being confident. And the Lord is bringing us, for some of you, this is where the humbling will come. You'll come out of this energy of feeling like, oh, I did it. And this is where the Lord had, maybe he had to humble you. And now you just have, it's like a different level of understanding of who you are. So some of you, the Lord is moving you out of, and this is a humbling season, right? He'll make you look at how you think you can do it yourself, or thinking too highly of yourself, because so it's understanding that when it comes to God, who are we? But this is also being confident in who you are, in your gifts, your talents, your skills, your abilities, how you're showing up in the world. The Lord wants you to step out boldly, courageously, show up and be who you are, shine and shine bright, right? um and for some of you, this is like somebody trying to, I don't know, y'all who? Like, I don't know if if they try to make you feel bad just because you're confident in who you are, but there's nothing wrong. You should be confident in who you are, right? This is the Queen of Wands, the Proverbs 31 woman. This one talks about wisdom and strength. The Proverbs 31 woman is a hardworking and wise businesswoman. She's also a leader and a manager. Some of you are afraid if you actually somebody's afraid if you actually step into your power. When you truly know who you are, they're not gonna feel like you have the up and up, like they have the up and up on you anymore. She is described as being driven by values, and her heart, her work ethic and resourcefulness help her to be successful. She's busy, she's never lazy, she's hardworking, she delegates and manages the work of others. Many of you, the Lord, other people know that the Lord is getting ready to elevate you into a position of power, authority, and leadership. And we know that it's not by your own strength. It's because of what God wants to do. And there's some people who feel some type of way about that. She trusts him wholeheartedly with her life. And she honors God by seeking him in everything that she does. So this is why for some of you, the Lord is even going to tell you to move your jobs, to shift positions, because there are people who are never going to be okay with your confidence. Let's just be honest. There are people who are never going to be okay with your confidence, with your courageousness, because who is this for? My goodness. There are some people who are still worried about, this is like worldly versus godly, right? There are still people who are worried about what people gonna say, worried about reputation, worried about how people see them. And so they will never have, and part of this is like, y'all know, as we're ending Genesis 4, jealousy and envy that comes with elevation. um there's some people that will never be able to truly step into their purpose or their identity, because they have shown up as a certain type of person. And it's almost like, for some of you, there's some type of jealousy or envy, and it's because of you showing up in your authenticity. Does that make sense? um there are some people, because it's like, you have, come on, spirit, you have not been afraid to reinvent yourself. Okay, you have not been afraid to, maybe you started out this way, for whoever this is for. Maybe you started out this way, narcissistic, cocky, arrogant. Let's keep it a buckles, y'all. We all got maybe a little narcissistic in your spirituals, right? Maybe this is who you are, but then the difference is you got God, right? You got God in your life. And so he humbled you and made you realize, again, we talked about, you know who we you could have been that person looking down on folks, or that could have just been who you were. But then the Lord humbled you, and now you're confident without being cocky. You're bold without being overzealous. Does that make sense? Like, you have been a you're reinventing yourself, or have reinvented yourself, because now you have God in your life. And there are some people who have not received Jesus into their life. And as a result of that, they feel some type of way because now you know who you really are, but they have a persona that they're still a charade, a representative. Does that make sense? I know it felt kind of scattered, so I apologize for that because I'm trying to say it the way that I'm receiving it. It's like there are some people who can never truly show up and be who they are because they've led with their representative so long, and that's who people are accustomed to seeing, and they're still worried about how people are going to feel about them, but you're just like living like, no, this is who I am, take it or leave it. Does that make sense? So for some of you, this is why you're like people, this is something that you're dealing, it's coming up right now. So some of y'all are dealing with this right now, and you have left message, you've left this old that fake, that all of that, you're not on that, right? So I don't know who needed that part of the message. Is people going who just be mad because they're either afraid to reinvent themselves or to show up and be who they are. I don't know, child, but keep walking in your truth and keep walking in your confidence. Okay. Like this is a difference because you've already been through that humbling